Derek.
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 Derek. Derek. Derek.
Derek. Derek. Derek. What?
How?
Derek chronologically?
How? What?
No, Derek backwards chronologically?
I don't know. What?
How do we do this?
I don't know.
So much.
How?
I just want to start off by saying that a lot of people were nervous about this episode.
It was so great.
I couldn't be happier.
It was so great.
Literally do not think that there is anything that they could have added to that except maybe like, what were we saying? Like
Malia, Lydia, Malia, Kira.
Malia, Kira, and Malia, Lydia. Like that is
they
literally the
everything
only
else.
way that I could have been happier than I am at this very moment.
It was
I am
so
I can't even comprehend how happy I am.
It was so...
This is the happiest
man.
I've been in a really long time.
It was so great. I loved it so much.
And now we are faced with the age-old question of how do we express this happiness in words for you to understand? First, let us try not communicating with words.
I want to know if now regular age Derek remembers everything that, if Hecklin Derek remembers everything that happened, like everything that he did while being Ian Nelson Derek.
You know what would be great?
What?
This would not be great. I'm saying that sarcastically. If Derek's eyes are gold, let us say
this is what I was thinking before,
that Derek's
and I didn't say
entire
it.
history has been changed.
I was thinking that before, and I
the
didn't say
only
it.
good that would come of this
it.
is we now know why Hecklin Derek is okay dating Brayden, because he doesn't know that she ever said that bad thing about Scott McCall.
But also, see, but the thing is, Jeff said that Derek's like, this is going to like start a negative change in Derek, and I don't like that.
I'm kind of just letting myself pretend that he was only referring to this episode.
I'm gonna
this
go
was
along
the
with
negative.
that.
This was the negative change.
Now it's better. We're good. We're better.
We fixed everything.
Everything's fine. It's Teen Wolf. We're happy here. All right,
so
first, what was
I think
first?
the first most important thing was the Stydia moment.
Ah!
Be careful throwing that word around here, because then that she's on the floor like this.
I can't get up. Okay.
So yes, I think
Let's talk about Stydia. I don't expect much as a Stydia shipper because we all know where that goes. Nothing ever happens. They have some moments here or there, but in the general scheme of things, it's very, very, very intensely slow burn. It's not happening yet. Who knows if it will ever happen. I'm hoping it does eventually. But for now it's not. You know, Styles and Malia have their own little cute thing going. So the little Stydia comments, even if it wasn't like a romantic thing, it was just Styles being concerned for Lydia's safety and not wanting her to stay there with baby Derek. I loved it so much. It was so great. How great? So great. I just love their relationship so much. Even if it stays platonic, like, I just love Styles and Lydia interactions always, no matter what the context is, always.
I just figured you have more feelings than I do about that,
I
so
know.
I just let you take that.
Oh man, I need a drink.
Classroom.
Malia! She's so cute! She's trying so hard. She's trying so hard to be a good student and be a good little human girl, and I love it. The 3 highlighters in her mouth trying to find the answer.
Yeah,
I'll get it.
Let's talk about Parrish. Let us talk about Parrish.
Parrish, God bless. God bless. What's his first name? Do we know his first name?
Deputy. Parrish. You blessed angel, I'm so glad that we hired you.
Oh, I love him so much.
I'm sorry that your partner is an asshole.
I'm so excited because he's got to die.
I'm glad that he works as a good foil to you. Complete douchery, utter
angelic presence.
Angelic presence. And then there was the scene and he was talking to baby Derek, and he was just like so understanding, and he's so good with kids.
He's so precious.
That is literally the best and simultaneously
so
worst thing you could have done with this character.
He's so precious.
Anyway.
That was like a good beat for some beatboxing.
Well, that's not going in.
No!
And then, out of the wonderfulness that is Parrish, came the first golden scene of this episode.
Oh my god!
Which was Papa Stalinsky, roughly, doing this.
And see. Listen.
It was glorious. And
God bless.
And Ian Nelson was just sitting there like, you okay, dude?
You're right? You good? God bless Lyndon Ashby and God bless Ian Nelson, because that scene was glorious. And then the scene right after,
following it,
with Scott and Styles, oh my god.
Have you been time traveling? Literally.
Because if the answer is yes, I'm done. I'm done. I can't do that. I'm done.
Lyndon, every acting choice that you make,
it was beautiful.
Makes my life.
I loved it. Oh my god. I thought I was gonna start crying from laughing. You told me you went on a camping trip! In Mexico.
Which leads us to the second golden scene, which
Cousin
was...
Miguel returns!
The return of Cousin Miguel. And then...
Speaks Spanish!
Listen, I googled this the other day. I googled just to double check that we weren't getting ourselves into another Sprayberry incident.
Don't even talk to me about that. You know.
That's why I said it. Ian Nelson is 19, everyone. So in case you were having some sort of
We're 20.
Denial issues.
We're 20.
You're good.
We're good.
You're safe.
Everyone's good.
So it is totally okay for us to say, speak more Spanish.
Please and thank you.
You know what it is? It is comparable to Unleashed in 3A, for me, as far as Derek moments go. Because in 3A, what happened was Derek walked into the room talking to Jennifer, and she's just like, I have to teach English. And he's just like, allegory for McCarthyism. And I was like, you can't just reveal that you have scholarly knowledge like that without warning me first. And then in this episode,
Derek just started talking
It was
Spanish.
just like, oh hey, like my cousin Miguel from Mexico. And then Ian makes the best amused and frustratedly annoyed Derek face that it is physically possible to make. Telling you, cloning. And then just opens his mouth and starts speaking Spanish. And I was just...
Hold the phone.
What?
You gotta warn us before you do things like that. You can't just do that.
Do that.
You can't. That's not how it works around here. Sorry.
It was beautiful.
Ian Nelson is a gem. He is such a good baby Derek. He's like literally perfect.
Like black magic. Like you use black magic level to get this boy.
You de-aged Heckland and you got Ian Nelson. Like
this is actually what many people don't understand about Teen Wolf is that we are actually using time travel.
Honestly, like when everyone was like, oh my god, they de-aged Derek, I was like, no, Heckland, oh my god, poor Derek. But you know what? Do whatever you need to do to get Ian Nelson back on the show. I don't care what it is.
We were just talking before. It was just like if we're now de-aging people, then we're kind of like we're bending the lines of like what we thought we could do on Teen Wolf.
We can do anything on Teen Wolf.
I want actual time travel. I want someone to reach their hand through a vortex, pick up Nelson Derek, and bring him into the present and drop him next to Heckland Derek.
And have Heckland Derek babysit Nelson Derek. Thanks.
I want
don't care
Ian
what
Nelson like dribbling a basketball around Tyler Heckland, and then Tyler Heckland just grabs the basketball and season 2 style just deflates the basketball. And Ian Nelson would just be like,
bro, why do you gotta do that?
Why you gotta be like that?
Oh man, Jeff Davis, watch this.
Get that.
Give it to
Jeff,
us.
get that in. Because I'm pretty sure that this entire thing was just a blatant excuse to get Ian Nelson back.
Get it, do more.
And I mean, what we have to say is Scott was responsible for being Styles. You go with high school age Derek. You go.
You go.
You go and you go. Do not leave that boy's side. So you know what? Thank you, Scott McCall, for giving us what is, in my opinion, I mean, besides maybe like Abomination, you got the whole pool scene.
Derek.
As far as Steric levels go, I am not an avid Steric shipper, but today I was a Steric shipper.
Same.
Today I was.
You guys got some good scenes.
Today we united as a fandom and said, this is glorious.
It was so great.
This is beautiful.
Listen, I don't like ship Steric romantically, but I love their relationship, like, just in general. Like, I think they have such a fun relationship because it's like, they both don't want to admit that they like the other one or like trust them at all, but you know that they do.
It was a really good day for ships.
Really,
ships
all the
everywhere.
great ones. All the great ones are there.
We just need Malia and Kira to have a scene now and we'll be set.
I know!
That's the only thing that's missing. Styles told Scott he had a fine ass. So much Steric.
It was so great. All of it's so great.
Derek and Scott, because he's the only one that
Alpha.
That's the only one he wants to talk to. You know, we had the entire
Malia
scene.
and Scott.
Malia and Scott. We have Malia and Styles. We have literally almost every ship in this episode, and I'm so happy. Girl moments.
Listen, girl power. Everyone knows now my love of Lydia, and I feel that this is an appropriate time to show them all our love for Kira. The first time we saw Kira, we were like, oh my god, the baby angel. And
Head desk.
oh, that was, I have so much love for all of these characters. I just can't.
What I loved about that scene was, yes, you got the girl power. It doubled as a Skira scene because Kira was so worried about what Scott was going to think about her. And you know what? Lydia is not having any of that self-doubt.
Lydia is so empowering and like, girl, you the best. You a badass bitch with a katana. And he's super into you. And Kira's just like, oh, thanks.
What I think was probably one of my favorite Kira moments this episode, though, was Lydia saying, don't look.
And then
Kira looks and then proceeds to make some of the best facial expressions I've ever seen Arden Cho make, which is just bodies? While we're talking about being extremely proud of our leading ladies. Malia!
Oh my god! Listen.
We talked about the classroom scene, but it's just like, she told Scott that she's
coming.
Didn't want him to go into an unsafe situation on his own. She's just like, oh yeah, no,
Styles says
we leave them behind.
Styles says that Peter is Satan in a V-neck, so I have to go with you to make sure that you're alright.
And it's just like, you just showed up out of the blue because you care.
And sort of. It's not. Well, I mean, like, it wasn't even because like Styles told her to go. Like, she went on her own. That is progress. That is progress.
Progress. Then
she sassed Peter so hard, and he was too stunned to even sass her back.
I feel like that was just a moment of Peter is just like,
this is my daughter. This is
sass
my child.
genetic?
This is literally though.
There was also just like really tiny things. Was the moment that they realized that Kate was manipulating Derek. Like in the same motion, in the same time, in unison, Peter and Malia went for the door together.
I know!
And it was like the most minuscule thing, but I was just like, yes!
Acting, yes!
Wait, I mean, like, we just totally glossed over this entrance because we were talking about Malia, but like, Peter's back.
I honestly don't think there are many people who fully appreciate Peter as a character.
No, because
everybody
such
is just
a bag of dicks.
He is. But everybody is immediately like, Peter is such a dick. And he is. Like, he is a dick. That's who Peter Hale is. But Peter is such a good, like, he's such a good villain. He is such a good villain. He is so sassy. You can't, like, literally, even if you're like, oh my god, I hate Peter, you don't actually hate Peter. You think you do, but you don't. Oh, wait a minute.
We've skipped so much. Can we go back and talk about Kate?
Right.
This episode was so profoundly creepy. It was uncomfortable. I'm okay with that.
I loved it. A lot
because
of people
it's not
don't
supposed to be
something you're okay with.
Good.
Like, Jeff is writing Kate, like, she's still a villain. She's manipulating Derek, and Kate as a character would do something like kiss baby Derek. Like, that's just who her character is. And, like, she was manipulating him. If she would have done that another way, like, that wouldn't have really been in character with Kate Argent.
You know who else used sexual attraction as a means to manipulate teenagers into getting what they want?
Peter Hale?
Peter Hale. Honestly, this is one of the reasons I am so intent on getting the Kate-Peter backstory, because they are so similar.
They really are. And I, like, literally, it's so controversial and it's so, like, oh my god, would they really go there? But, like,
I want them to go there! And then we had the weird morph. Is it Ian? Is it Tyler? Is it Ian? Is it Tyler? Is it both?
It's both.
What is this?
It's both! No, it's just Hecklin with yellow eyes.
I don't know. I don't know if this can be a thing.
Honestly, we usually have, like, some kind of theory or idea.
Nope.
No.
200% did not see that coming.
Because they had, like, the creepy music in the background, and I was so scared. I was so scared.
We had two different approaches to this.
Mine was, I was terrified because the creepy music was still playing, and I was like, please do not let him look up and be evil somehow. Because I will not be okay with that at all.
Derek looks up, has the completely blacked over eyes that should have been used for the new Kitsune.
I would not have been okay. I think I would have cried.
I, on the other hand, you know, generally when you have really super dramatic music and a close-up of the back of Derek's head.
Only for Derek, by the way.
Those are those moments where Derek Hale has his moments to shine, and it's just like, I don't have a sense of humor. Except I do! So as I was expecting was for it to be the back of Derek's head, and then for Scott to look up and be like, Derek? And then Derek would turn around and be like, well, that was fun. And something completely anticlimactic as the dramatic music just... Instead,
what?
We are just left with more questions.
Always. Always. Always.
That's 2 weeks in a row. Let's see if we can go for a theme here. That's 2 weeks in a row that the ultimate question at the end of the Teen Wolf episode is,
what the fuck is up with Derek?
Okay, I was gonna go with the other one, which was, can they do that? I would like to think it's more along the lines of Derek's soul's been cleansed, so it doesn't really matter if they kill Paige anymore, and everyone is happy.
However, Jeff Davis.
Happy. It's so much happened.
So much. This video is gonna be like 30 minutes long.
We can talk, we probably shouldn't talk more.
Probably.
We should probably be done now. So I think that's about it. Action-packed episode. Feels-packed episode.
Wonderful-packed episode.
Happiness-packed episode. Full of confliction and actual horrible things, but as far as fans go, we're pretty happy.
Yeah, we're pretty happy.
If we talk much longer, then this video will just be 24 hours of Brianna and I crying over baby Derek and assorted other feelings that we had today.
Oh.
So we will see you all next week, where we will continue to scream so loudly that my parents wish we had our own filming studio.
We wish that too.